Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into a question that's really reshaping our world. Is artificial intelligence truly our friend, or maybe a formidable foe?
It's a huge question. You hear it everywhere, right? From labs to, well, probably your own kitchen table.
Exactly. And our mission today is to try and cut through some of that noise. We've got a stack of articles, research, notes here, and we want to pull out the key insights, the different angles.
The goal being to give you a clearer, more informed picture, because it's complex stuff.
It really is. AI isn't just, another gadget. It's a force-changing society. So we need a careful look at both the incredible promise and, the serious risks.
No easy answers here.
Definitely not.
Oh.
Okay, let's unpack this. So to start, let's focus on the bright side, the amazing potential AI has. Because it really can be a powerful ally, can't it? Something that genuinely improves human life.
Oh, absolutely. And what's fascinating here is how fast it's moving from theory to, real-world impact, especially in medicine.
Medicine seems like a key area.
It is. Some sources talk about these AI-driven devices. They're just revolutionary. Think about helping paralyzed individuals walk again.
That sounds like science fiction almost. How does that even work?
Well, basically, AI interprets brainwaves, these complex EEG patterns, and translates a person's intention, their thought, into signals that control their muscles. It's an incredible leap.
Wow. Just from thought to action, powered by AI, that really does highlight its potential to restore, even enhance, what people can do.
Definitely. But it's not just individual health, right? It scales up.
You mean to bigger global challenges?
Exactly. Take environmental science. AI's ability to crunch massive data sets is, crucial. It's helping us model climate solutions much more accurately.
Okay, like predicting weather patterns or...
Yeah, and understanding complex ecosystems, optimizing resource management to cut waste. Think smarter irrigation for crops, reducing water use, or finding energy leaks in industry. Things that were just too complex before.
So, helping us and helping the planet. Makes sense.
What about our work lives? There's a lot of anxiety about jobs, but some sources suggest a different story.
Right. That's a really important point. Some research highlights how AI is actually becoming a catalyst for a more, human-centered workplace.
How so? By taking over the boring stuff?
Pretty much. By automating maybe up to 40% of routine admin-heavy tasks, especially in fields like law or finance, it frees people up.
Frees them up for
the things humans are uniquely good at. Creativity, critical thinking, complex problem solving, and maybe most importantly, empathy. It lets us focus on being more human, not less.
That's a great way to put it. Using AI for what it does best so we can do what we do best. More collaboration, less fear.
Exactly. And that collaborative power, it extends right into cybersecurity too, which is obviously critical.
How is AI helping there? It seems like a constant battleground.
It is. AI is a key player now in protecting our digital lives. It's not just filtering out noise and endless data logs. It can spot really subtle, weird network behavior, tiny things a human might miss, like an unusual login time or data access pattern.
Precisely. It can detect new threats, predict where vulnerabilities might pop up, and generally support defensive strategies, often reacting way faster than humans can. It's like a vigilant guardian.
So, helping people walk, protecting the planet, making work more human, securing our data. These examples really paint AI as a powerful friend, an ally.
When used thoughtfully, yes. With foresight.
Right, but that immense power, it naturally has a flip side, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There are darker applications, unintended consequences we need to talk about too.
There certainly are. And that's where the faux part of the question comes in.
As fascinating as all that potential is, that power casts a shadow. We have to confront the less comfortable side. Where do the big risks start to show up, especially if it's used badly or if it just gets away from us?
This is where it gets, a bit unsettling, The promise is huge, but the risks are just as significant. The most obvious one, maybe, is just humans using AI for harm.
Right. The tool itself isn't bad, but how it's wielded.
Exactly. AI doesn't have intent, but people do. And they can weaponize it. We're already seeing this play out, unfortunately.
Where specifically? Are there examples in the research?
Well, take education. Some sources point out how AI, especially these large language models, LLMs, are causing real headaches for academic integrity.
Like students using ChatGPT to write essays.
Yeah, but it's more sophisticated now. These models don't just copy, they synthesize, they rephrase. They can often get past the usual plagiarism checkers. It's forcing educators to rethink how they even assess students.
So it's a real challenge. Is it completely undermining learning, though?
Well, the sources are a bit nuanced. Some argue that current LLMs still lack deep understanding or critical thinking, so maybe they can't fully replace human intellect yet, but it's definitely disruption.
Okay, a challenge, but maybe not game over for education.
Yeah.
You mentioned cybersecurity earlier as a positive. How does it become a foe there? It sounds paradoxical.
It really is a paradox. Think of healthcare security. AI is amazing at boosting defenses, making systems tougher to crack. But it also gives attackers powerful new tools. They can use AI to create much more convincing phishing scams, find weaknesses faster, automate attacks on a huge scale. It makes defending harder.
So AI is basically fighting AI.
In a way, yeah. It's both the guardian and the threat, locked in this constant digital arms race.
That's a really stark illustration of the double-edged sword. And beyond these direct uses, what about the sort of background costs? The infrastructure, I'm thinking energy.
Absolutely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, that's a major concern. The energy needed for AI data centers is climbing fast.
How fast?
Current estimates are around 1.5% of global electricity use. That might not sound huge, but projections say it could double by 2030.
Double. Wow. What does 1.5% even compare to?
It's roughly the entire annual electricity consumption of a country like Australia. So doubling that puts massive strain on power grids, especially in some regions. It's a big environmental footprint we need to consider.
That's a hidden cost most of us probably don't think about. But then there's the even bigger stuff, the almost philosophical worries. Existential risk.
Precisely. This is where we get into the long-term, maybe more speculative, but really serious risks. Experts talk about the possibility of superintelligent AI.
Meaning AI smarter than humans.
Way smarter, so smart, potentially, that we couldn't control or even understand it. If it pursues its programmed goals in ways we didn't anticipate without our values, well, the consequences could be catastrophic. Extinction level, some researchers warn.
That's heavy, the kind of thing you see in movies, but scientists are genuinely discussing it.
They are, and related to that is the geopolitical angle. It's not just one rogue AI, but nations potentially using AI against each other.
Like an AI arms race.
Exactly. Countries competing to develop advanced AI for military use, autonomous weapons, super sophisticated surveillance. It could seriously ramp up global tensions, make conflicts faster, maybe remove human oversight.
Which leads to instability. So what does this all mean for us? For, global safety and how countries relate to each other?
It means the path forward is definitely not simple. We see the good, but these risks, they demand really careful navigation.
It's clear we need to be smart about this. So given all that, the potential, the risks, how do we actually steer this thing? How do we try and make sure AI stays a friend? What safeguards are people working on?
That's the critical question, isn't it? And there are efforts on multiple fronts: ethical, regulatory, technological.
Like trying to build good AI from the start.
Sort of. There's this concept of friendly AI. The idea is to embed human values, ethical principles, right into the AI's core design. Make alignment with our well-being fundamental.
Sounds good in theory, but how do you actually code values? Aren't they kind of fuzzy and different across cultures?
That's the huge challenge. Philosophers point this out. Defining and encoding something like empathy or justice universally, it's incredibly difficult. Whose values do you choose? How do you make it robust?
Right. A massive technical and philosophical problem. But beyond the code itself, what about the roles AI takes on? Are there lines we shouldn't cross, jobs machines just shouldn't do?
Many ethicists argue strongly for that. They caution against replacing humans in roles that fundamentally need empathy, genuine connection.
Like caregivers, therapists, teachers maybe.
Exactly. Roles where that human touch, that nuanced emotional understanding is paramount. The worry is if we rely too much on machine care, we might erode our own human dignity, our own capacity for compassion. We need to protect what makes us human.
That makes a lot of sense. Some things just aren't meant for automation. So, okay, those are the ethical thoughts. What about concrete actions? Are governments actually doing anything?
Yes, there's definitely movement on the regulatory and collaborative front. It shows a growing awareness that this needs a global approach.
Like countries working together.
For instance, after that big AI safety summit at Bletchley Park, the UK and the US signed an agreement in 2024. They're planning to work together on developing AI safety standards. That's a significant step towards international cooperation.
That is encouraging. Two major players aligning. Are there even broader efforts, maybe involving scientists globally?
There are. In 2025, we saw the first big international AI safety report. This was a huge undertaking, a team of nearly 100 scientists commissioned by 30 countries and the UN reviewing the risks of advanced AI.
Wow. Okay, so a major scientific consensus building effort.
Exactly. That kind of shared science-based understanding is vital for developing safety measures that can work globally. It's about moving from individual worries to collective informed action.
So it feels like there's momentum, from thinking about friendly AI design to setting ethical boundaries to actual international agreements and scientific reports. These efforts seem crucial for shaping a future where AI helps, not harms.
They are. It gives you a sense that we're not just passively letting this happen, people are actively trying to guide it.
Right. Actively trying to steer it towards that shared good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground, the incredible potential, the pretty serious risks, and the ways we're trying to manage it all. Which brings us back where we started. AI, friend or foe?
Yeah, and after looking at all this, the clear takeaway is it's not one or the other. It's not that simple.
Not a binary choice.
No, AI itself is a tool, a very powerful tool, but its impact, that's shaped by us, by human intentions, the context we put it in, the choices we make designing it, the control we keep.
So it can heal or it can harm, empower or oppress.
Exactly. The difference lies in how we build it, how we regulate it, how we use it. In a way, the technology just mirrors our own choices and values.
That puts the responsibility squarely back on us, doesn't it? It's not some alien force.
Yeah.
And looking at the sources, that responsibility means prioritizing alignment with human values, pushing for transparency, building in ethics from the get-go.
Absolutely. And learning from past mistakes, avoiding things like an unregulated arms race with this kind of potent technology seems critical.
Yeah. Investing in those safeguards, guiding it towards a genuinely shared benefit for everyone.
That has to be the goal.
So here's something to leave you with, a final thought to chew on. If AI's intelligence really does end up reflecting the values and the wisdom, or maybe the lack of wisdom, of us, its creators, what does that responsibility mean for the future we are building right now with these tools?
What values are we actually embedding? What kind of wisdom, if any?
Heavy questions. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive today. Keep asking questions, stay curious, stay critical about this evolving relationship between us and our technology.
Thanks for listening.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive.